Hi, I'm Nick. I've been a digital nomad for 20 years and I organise a weekly Digital Nomads meetup in Prague. The latest one was on Thursday the 22nd of July 2021 and here's some interesting interviews from the event. We're in the Prague Digital Nomad Meetup and I am with...
My name is Bill.
Bill, how long have you been a digital nomad? Like, how long did you get in? How did you get into being a digital nomad?
I mean, it's something that I've wanted to do for like several years. I actually just started like 2 months ago.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, so I was in Athens, Greece for about a month. And then I went to Santorini and Syros and some of the islands for a few weeks. And then now I'm here. I've been here since Friday. Basically I had a corporate job. I quit it like September of last year. I was doing like a side business and eventually the side business became like more than my corporate job.
This was the Amazon FBA thing? Or?
Amazon and dropshipping.
Cool.
Yeah, so now I'm here. Yeah.
So how are you loving it, your first 2 months of... Have you traveled much before or is this kind of new to you?
I've traveled a good amount before, but now I'm like traveling full time. I sold everything pretty much, like he did. I sold my condo, my car, and I'm loving it so far. Yeah, I'm not gonna look back. It's great so far.
Yeah, it's a good lifestyle. So how long do you think you're gonna travel for? Or just see what happens?
Right now it's indefinite, so I'm just gonna see what happens. Like I think the U.S. has gone to shit, kind of. Like everybody hates each other. There's like a shooting like every other week. Like
whereabouts are you from in the U.S.?
Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm happy to be here. I love experiencing new cultures, and all the food here is great. The people are friendly.
So you recommend the digital nomad lifestyle to people so far?
I love it. Yeah, just like having that freedom. If you don't have anything like tying you down, I highly recommend it. Yeah.
So do you have a target? Are you thinking of going to Southeast Asia or South Asia or South America, or like what are you thinking in terms of your targets where you go after Europe, or are you just planning to stay in Europe?
I'm going to be in Europe for a bit, and then I'm going to go back to the U.S. in September, just for a little bit, because there's like a music festival I want to go to.
Oh, which one?
Imagine Music Festival.
Is that in Atlanta?
It's in Atlanta, yeah. I'm going to like reunite with all my friends there. But then after that, I'm going to Southeast Asia.
Oh, cool.
Like Thailand, Bali, Taiwan, all the places.
Yeah, I'm planning to head to Thailand in October. I think that's when it's opening up.
Oh, like officially?
But you're going after that, right? So,
yeah. Well, you can go now. I heard you have to like quarantine for like 2 weeks.
There's like a quarantine hotel. I think Phuket's like the initial place that opens and you don't have to quarantine as much, but if you go somewhere else...
Like Bangkok or whatever.
Yeah, if you go to Bangkok or anywhere else now you have to quarantine, but after October apparently they're opening up and you won't need to do that, but... Yeah, once it's opened up, it'll be much easier.
Oh yeah, I can't wait. I've never been there, so I'm looking forward to it.
Nice. Oh, dude, like you're gonna love it. So
yeah, I'm guessing you've been there before.
Yeah, okay, for sure. I used to live in Saigon.
Oh, nice. Okay, yeah, I can't wait.
So, how did you get into Amazon FBA and the dropshipping stuff? Like, that seems like a really common thing for digital nomads to do.
I mean, I was just looking for different ways to make money online. I tried many different ways. I used to be like an online poker player.
Oh, cool. In fact, one of my friends is here who is an online poker player at the moment.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, like they banned it in the U.S. That's why I stopped.
That's why he moved to Prague, actually.
Oh, really? He's from the U.S. too?
He's from the U.S.
Oh, okay, yeah. So yeah, I used to do that. I used to do like affiliate marketing, like running websites with Google AdSense and making money off Google AdSense, like different things. But like dropshipping and Amazon, those are like the verticals that really took off for me.
So why did they work for you? Like in a nutshell, like what was it about those that was effective for you and the others weren't? I mean, you don't have to give any secrets away, but generally...
There's not really any secrets. Like, I guess I had really good mentors.
Mentors, okay.
Yeah, really good mentors.
How did you find your mentors?
I just networked through like Instagram. I just like find people, like I joined like paid groups and stuff, and I just networked with people.
That was effective.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. And then they were like, get into FBA this way, get into dropshipping this way, do this stuff, and you did it and it worked.
Yeah, they basically just like fast track everything for you, so you don't like make all the mistakes yourself.
Well, because I often thought some of those paid groups are not good, but I guess it worked for you then, right?
I've been to many paid groups. Like a lot.
Some of them are bad, some of them are good.
Yeah, most of them are pretty bad, but once in a while you'll find a few gems.
So it was worth it in the end to pay for these groups.
Yeah, for sure.
Super interesting. Yeah, because I feel like a lot of people want to be a digital nomad, but they don't know how to get into it. It's hard to transition from their day job, but you managed to do it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's very doable. Like, we're so lucky to be born in the age of the internet. Like, you can learn anything from YouTube
definitely.
pretty much, right? Like I think the main thing is like people give up too easily. Like, they'll like have one or two failures and they'll just give up. Like, I had so many different failures.
How many failures do you think you had?
Oh, at least 10. Like 10 different like failed business ventures.
Over like a year or 2 years or 10 years?
It's been over the course of like 5, 6 years.
Wow.
At least,
Okay.
Yeah.
So just stick to it, keep studying, keep learning, and eventually you'll figure it out.
Yeah, just keep sticking to it, and eventually like you'll finally hit gold. And I think that's like the real secret. Like, I don't think I'm like smarter than anybody else. I think you just have to be like gritty. You have to be consistent.
Yeah, I've heard consistency is a big one. Like I've heard that word a lot.
Yeah, for sure. That's the main secret, I think.
Cool, man. Okay, well that's a really interesting story, man. And enjoy your life as a digital nomad.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you.
So I am here with David, and David, you've had a really interesting digital nomad story. You've been a digital nomad during COVID. That sounds crazy. So can you tell us a bit about how it started out and what happened?
Yeah, in October of 2019, sold all my things and my apartment, my car, and I'd been planning for a year to work online and travel, and then hit the road and went to Ukraine, Greece, different countries, and then got to Brazil, and COVID started. Kind of unplanned, but it was cool. I was ready for it. Yeah.
And so you got to Brazil. How long were you planning to stay there, and how long did you stay there?
Planning to stay 3 months, and ended up being about 10 months in Brazil.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So can you talk us through, like, you arrived and then COVID kicked in? Like, how did that pan out?
Yeah, how did it was weird at first. Yeah, it was really, it was scary. But I was lucky. I was in a very beautiful place, and
there's worse places than Brazil.
Yeah. Didn't have 10 meters of snow or anything or ice. I mean, it was beautiful. People are really friendly in Brazil. Any Brazilians out there, so it was a great place to be. So I mean, I felt like I was in safe hands. I felt very lucky. But the strain that went through Brazil was pretty nasty, and I did get COVID while I was there. So it wasn't all like roses and.
Was it serious? Or?
I felt like I'm in the best health of my life, and I was sick for 2 months.
Wow.
So anyone I was really sick. Yeah, I had the whole 2 weeks, went to the hospital, and then it took me about 6 weeks to recover from exhaustion and all the other stuff.
So you were in the south. So you were near Uruguay, I guess? Or?
I was south in Floripa. That's all the way in what's that called? Like Santa Catarina. Yeah.
Sorry, what? Oh, that's fine. That's fine. But thanks for telling me.
There's no card in there. You know that, right?
That story of my life. Okay, thanks for fucking up the video, guys. I'll edit it out. She said she was getting shit-faced tonight, and she's not lying. Okay, let's start from Floripa. So you're in Floripa. What's Floripa like? Yeah, I've been to Brazil for 6 hours. I went to Iguazu, and that was it. I don't need to see anything else, right? That's basically the whole of Brazil that I've seen.
Iguazu?
Iguazu.
That sounds so familiar.
The big waterfall with the border of Argentina.
Yeah, no, I didn't go, but super.
So I've basically seen all of Brazil.
You saw it all. It was not.
I was there for 6 hours.
Yeah.
I think that covers it.
Brazil's very tiny.
Small country.
Very small country.
They've got that waterfall. It's nothing else.
You didn't miss anything.
Before anyone complains that's a joke, I need at least 2 days in Brazil, not 1 day, and that would cover everything.
Yeah.
But how was Floripa anyway?
It's magical. They call it the Island of Magic, and it's really cool.
Is there literally magic there?
There is literally magic there.
Like card tricks? Card tricks, you know, like magicians?
The island's covered in magicians. There was, actually.
Wow, I never heard about that. Sorry, okay, I feel like we're not being serious now. How was Floripa though? So you were there, you had brutal COVID for 2 months, and then what happened?
Went out. Brazilians don't stop partying, they didn't stop socializing. They're wonderful. I also went to Curitiba. I recommend Curitiba, is very cool.
That's in the south as well?
That's in the south, yeah.
So,
I didn't go to the north for obvious reasons, because even way worse
There's
up
a
there.
rainforest there as well.
Yeah, but yeah. A lot of COVID things up there too. Yeah, it's beautiful. I don't know. Had my own car, rented a house, apartment. So at one point, beaches are amazing. Surfed, ate Brazilian
Sounds like
food.
a nightmare. Wow.
It's terrible.
Dude, how did you get through it?
Danced every night with Brazilian ladies. Taught me how to Brazilian dance. I twerked, which is mandatory
I'm going to insert the video of you twerking in here.
If you're in Brazil and you go out and you drink, you're going to be twerking at some point. Yeah.
You don't want to see me twerking, but that's fine. No, but I will put a video. So you're there for 10 months. So why did you leave in the end? Like, what happened in the end?
We were going into summer, and I really could feel that I just recovered from COVID.
Like Southern Hemisphere.
Southern Hemisphere summer. So it was winter. I'd recovered from COVID, and I didn't want to be there during Carnival.
Why?
We way overextended our thing.
Not into Carnival?
No, but it was.
Gets too crazy.
Dude, COVID scared me. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like once again, I think I was telling you. I don't know if we were rolling, but I was
2 months.
The healthiest I feel like I've ever been in my life, and I've never been that sick.
That's crazy.
Scared the living daylights out of me. Yeah. So I just wanted to go. I was ready. Yeah. We've been there a long time, but we technically overstayed our visa. U.S. citizens, we had 90 days. We were there 10 months. So.
But you said something about the police let you do it.
They didn't fine us because they did suspend the visa thing, but I'm not allowed to go back for a year. But I was ready to go and see also family. We hadn't seen people in a long time, and when COVID started, we were locked indoors for a while. Wow. Everybody was, foreign country, indoor, yeah.
So when did you leave? Like end of last year or like this year?
February.
February this year. 2021.
January.
And then where did you go after that?
January this year, and I went back to Florida. I got family in Florida, and then I went to Belarus.
Nice.
That's it. That's a whole nother story.
Minsk? I've been to Minsk. I've only been to Minsk.
Yeah, I went to Minsk. Yeah, that's another story. Got in a lot of trouble.
Do you want to tell it, or maybe it's not appropriate?
Man,
up to you.
Man, I almost spent 15 years in KGB prison because I was traveling with supplements and vitamins, and they thought I was a drug trafficker.
Oh, I've heard stories like this.
You have?
Yeah,
why didn't I meet you before I went? You could have saved me a lot of grief.
Yeah, because some stuff's legal in the US, and in other countries it's like a felony.
Yeah. Yeah, and I had some Brazilian supplements, some herbal supplements.
Yeah.
Sleep at night.
This stuff's crazy. No one knows about this.
No, nobody knows
horror
about
stories.
It was a horrible situation. We almost we escaped. We had to escape, and I didn't leave legally, and that's a whole other story and trauma I don't want to get into right now. But then I got back to the USA,
wow, that's
and thank you to the CIA and Black Ops that got us out. And
I literally don't know if you're joking, but I literally don't know. It's cool either way.
You never know.
It's cool either way.
Yeah. No, I'm leaving a lot of stuff out actually. I'm not even exaggerating.
We can use your fake name in the video if you like. Yeah. So where did you go after Belarus?
We came back to the United States. We had to, and then planned the trip, and now we're here.
Oh, wow, okay. So how long have you been in Prague?
2 weeks. 2 weeks. Yeah, in Prague 2 weeks.
Did you bring any supplements with you?
A very limited supply this time.
Probably.
But apparently everything is legal in Prague, so they just waved us through at the thing.
That is kind of true, actually.
Yeah, and I actually was so adamant about, no, you're going through my stuff, I don't want problems, and they're like, nah, just come on in. I have vitamin C. They didn't look through anything.
It is different to Belarus here.
Yeah, I was at the airport. I don't even.
You sure you don't want to get into it? Yeah. You don't have to get into it.
Yeah. Another story. You don't. Yeah.
Dude, I mean, I can. If you want to tell it, I don't want to put any pressure on you. If you want to tell it, you can. If you don't,
I'll have nightmares. It was crazy.
That was.
You guys should come here, and I'm thinking about joining this place to work.
Yeah, so we're doing
a super cool place.
Digital Nomad Meetup at in Prague, which is a good co-working space, and they have a lot of good events here in the evening as well.
Yeah.
So thanks, man. Thanks for your stories. That was really entertaining. Sorry that you had a bad experience. So, hi, I'm here with
Miguel.
Miguel's a digital nomad. This is the Prague Digital Nomad Meetup. So, how did you get into being a digital nomad?
Well, I mean, I can do like every one of you can do the work from anywhere.
IT.
IT.
That's really unusual. I haven't met any IT
never.
digital
It's
nomad.
very strange to find an IT here, IT people here. So yeah, I actually came to this city for a specific assignment, and then I liked it, and I stayed here. And now I have nothing to do. I don't need to be in Prague. I just here for doing my stuff from here.
So, have you traveled a lot doing it? Do you want to travel? Like, what's your
I would like to travel now because I'm a little bit tired. I used to travel a lot before in my job, but I mean, I actually like to be based here, to come back from time to time.
So, what's good about Prague? Like, why do you like being based in Prague?
I mean, it's a small city. There is a very high quality of life. They have a great beer. They have great girls too.
I've tried it.
Yeah.
I've tried the beer.
So yeah, I think there is everything you can ask for here.
So you'd recommend it as a digital nomad hub?
I would highly recommend this city because there is opportunities for everyone here.
Cool. So if there was no COVID now, would you travel? Like, where would you like to go next? Like, what countries interest you?
Well, actually, I mean, I have been in Europe all around. I would like to go like further, maybe to the east, to Asia and everything for a while. But again, always returning here.
So you're from Venezuela, right?
I am from Venezuela, yeah.
Okay. So what are the biggest differences to living here between like Latin America generally?
Apart from the language and the weather, which is a big thing.
Oh, for me, it's fine.
Apart from that, well, I have. Truth to be told, I have been living in Europe for a long time.
Okay. Like, oh, you were in Southern Europe, or?
I have lived in Spain a long time. I have been like living for shorter periods in other places. But okay, my base has been Spain. But I mean, big difference. I mean, the quality of life here is great. You can go around, walk around, do whatever you want. Nobody bothers you, and you don't need to be scared of anything. So
how does it compare to Spain, do you think?
No, compared to Spain is okay. I mean, what I like from here compared to Madrid, that is the city I was living, is the size of the city. In Spain, I mean, here you can walk everywhere, and you are in 30 minutes away from all the nice places you want to be. In Madrid, no, because it's a huge city. That's nothing bad. It's just like it's very comfortable.
It has more
city.
options, but it's more difficult to travel around.
Of course, it is a good compromise of city. Like in terms of quality of life, cost of life, and convenience.
So would you say Prague is the best digital nomad city, or do you think there's a better one?
I mean, it's not that I have met so many, but so far I would say so, yeah. In Europe, definitely I would recommend it.
Wow, that's a big plan. Okay, man, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
I'm here with
Daniel. Hi.
Daniel, and Daniel is a digital nomad. How did you get into being a digital nomad?
So basically I finished my uni in October last year, did a couple of internships before where I was in the office and I couldn't really see myself working from the office anymore, so I just went straight into freelancing and got one of my clients, which is one of my friends essentially.
Well, okay, so one of the most difficult things people find about being a digital nomad is finding clients. So for you it was easy because you had a friend that needed work, or they had a business, or like how did that work?
So essentially I was back in London, I was running a startup and this was my mentor, and we basically quit the startup and he was searching for the developer at the same time, so I just joined his team and it was my first client.
Wow, that's pretty lucky. So if you hadn't had him, what do you think you would have done? Would you have found another way to get work, or?
Yeah, maybe I would go on Upwork, or I would go like to different platform, try to find contacts there, or maybe I would try different people I know. I think that's the best approach, like for the first client, if you know someone who has a startup or have a business and you need someone in your area, I think that's the easiest way to get a gig.
Yeah, that's great advice, because one of the hardest things I found is getting work as a digital nomad, or if you're freelance. If you don't have the contacts, it can be quite difficult. So you just said you were in Madeira. Like, so once you started being a digital nomad, which places did you go to?
So basically I started in October, then I went straight to Ericeira, Portugal mainland, where I was until Christmas. Then I spent some time here in the Czech Republic, about 2 months, and then I went to Madeira in February, and I came back about 3 weeks ago. That's at the end of June.
Cool. So you said Madeira had some digital nomad program. Can you tell us about that a bit?
Yeah, exactly. So basically, someone wrote a project to bring nomads into a village and basically turn that into a digital nomad village. His name is Gonzalo, and he tried to do that in Italy, didn't work out. Then he came to Madeira. And it wasn't the perfect time because Madeira is pretty much based on tourism. They didn't have any tourism during COVID.
So it was good for them.
Yeah, exactly. It was like a perfect timing, and he managed to push it. It got supported by the government. So they turned a cultural center in one of the villages into a co-work, and they brought about 800 people on Madeira, and it was 200 people around the village, which was super cool.
So which village was that? What do you know the name of the village?
Was Ponta de Sol.
And is that still happening now, or?
Yeah, so the one I did was a pilot, which was very successful, and now it's been extended for the next 3 years. There's gonna be there for the next 3 years, but also other locations in Madeira like Funchal, Caleta, Machico, and Santa Cruz, where the airport is.
So is this open to non-EU citizens, or do you have to have an EU passport to
It's
go?
open to everyone. It was mainly European people because of COVID. Yes, I know it was difficult to travel from US, for example, but then by the end of the pilot, we were getting lots of people from the US as well.
So if you're from the US or if you're from outside the EU, they give you a visa to stay there longer, or it's just kind of restricted to 3 months?
It's kind of evolving at the moment. I know they're discussing, so this is all supported by the government, so the government is very interested in it, and are trying to push regulations and visas in the same directions. So maybe at the moment it's just the 3-month visa, but they are pushing nomad visas, which will help allow people to stay for a longer time as well. And it's not just in Madeira, which belongs to Portugal. The same thing is happening in Croatia, for example, and Cape Verde as well.
So the government's into it, they want to get digital nomads, so maybe they'll make some kind of visa extension in the future, because they've said they want to do that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's not just visa extension, it's gonna be probably especially visa for nomads.
Like a digital nomad visa.
Exactly.
Cool. Okay, thanks a lot, man, and I'll see you guys on the road.